So, second try it, guys. Second try. So, now everything should be online and you should see me fantastically through your streaming receiving device, which is most probably an iPhone or an iPad or your big TV. So, let me know in the comments, guys, where are you watching from, first of all. And secondly, I would like to know from you guys what you think 2030 will be the most valuable company in the world. I have some company in mind already, but let me know what you think. If it's for you, maybe Amazon, maybe Apple, maybe Tesla, or maybe a totally different company. In 8 years, think about how the world can change in 8 years. What can be the most valuable company? Maybe it's Saudi Aramco, which is now currently the most valuable company, so an energy company. But this can obviously change. So the story of today is obviously, as you have seen from the title as well, from the thumbnail, that I started to short Apple. Now, you might think, how crazy is that in such an upgoing market? Well, I have to be honest with you. I don't have a real opinion that everything goes up short term, right? Then on the other side, I don't have much of an opinion that it goes down, okay? So I still hold my long-term stocks, which I can pretty much just, sit and wait. And then obviously I have also some little amounts of trading, partially of my amount that I invested in. And so I'm always looking into some opportunities that I share here on the live stream. And as you know, trades in the past was short on oil, which was quite successful. I think short on Google before the numbers, which I pulled out successfully as well. And today I started to short Apple, and I will let you know why. It's very small, insignificant trade, but I think it's quite interesting because it has a high conviction rate for me. It is quite easy to understand why, and I think there's lots and lots of market signals for myself that's showing me, hey, maybe this can be quite positive. So let me know in the comments, obviously, if everything looks well. We should be all synced, and I want to directly dive in. So this was actually the market today. So as you could see, we started quite negative, and then Fed came with the financial bazooka out there. So if you are invested into the market and you are long, then obviously those timings are quite good. The Nasdaq is just going up and up and up and up and up. First of all, with you guys, I wanted to go into the market and to see where the stocks are at as of this moment. So let's have a look. So we have Apple up 0.13%. Just for your information, I went into the trade where the stock went here around 318, so I'm already in the plus a little bit. My short position is a bit leveraged, so this means that it will multiply the number of percentage that Apple will go down, I think, but not much. It's like by 5 or 3 or 4 times. So when Apple went down since I bought it 1%, it would be, my product should be then maybe 3, 4, 5, 6% up or something. But again, it's something that I want to hold now the next days. Then something that is making me smile and happy. You have maybe seen that I made a vlog about the space company, the space travel company and stock Virgin Galactic. Now, as you can see, Virgin Galactic is losing And that's great for me because I want to go and build up this position, and I want to start to build up the position at around 14. That has some technical reasons, or even better, 12 would be also great, fantastic. Beyond Meat gave a little bit up of the 10% that they did today. A full breaking news I did on that just a couple of minutes or hours ago, so make sure to check this out. Tesla went quite positive today, but then gave up towards the end of the day. Shopify the same. Win slightly bigger loser today. Amazon plus minus minus 1% is to be mentioned. S&P minus 1, Dow Jones minus 1, Netflix almost minus 1. Crude oil is up almost 8%. And then we have Carnival also minus 4% almost. And then the other one are not significantly. Uber, big news today. They want to buy Grubhub and build one of the biggest delivery services for food. So let us see if this can work out for the Uber investors as well as for the Grubhub investors. Now, let's have a look. I just also wanted to quickly go here into the Apple stock. As you can see now, we are losing for the day, which is good for my short. And I want to go with you guys into the reason why I'm shorting. This is quite interesting for you maybe, and also to learn. Let me just have a look into the chat real quick. Who is there? Steven Jeff, did you invest in space? No, I did a vlog though, so make sure to check this out where I'm talking about the space stock and when I would buy in. Again, this is not a financial advice, obviously. This is, I'm not a financial advisor. This all information on this vlog and channel is only for education and information purpose only. So make sure to remember that while investing, this should only educate yourself and maybe you get some information, but you out there need to make your own investment decision. This is very important, guys. We have our regular here, DRK Atlanta. Then we have Jay from Virginia. Then we are Raphael is saying, I want Starlink so bad, Danny. Yeah, Starlink is quite interesting. The part of SpaceX that will be brought to the IPO maybe in a couple of months or years. We shall see how fast they can bring that up. Definitely they bring up those satellites quite fast into the space. This is a program. The Starlink program is a program to finance SpaceX missions to Mars, just so you remember that. So it's just like a stepping stone for space, for SpaceX to bring out the big projects out there. But let's dive into quickly my trade. So I follow this guy here. His name is Julian Bridgden. Follow him because he's a very interesting guy, guys. He is writing lots and lots of research pieces for the big Wall Street institutions and having a lot of money, or he charging a lot of money, and he is putting from time to time something free of charge on Twitter, and this brought me to the idea to just look into it. So he wrote the short didn't quite get to 200, but now Apple is at the top of the channel. The channel you see here in yellow, we will go in a bit just to maximize the size of the graphic, but I just wanted to read with you the tweet. This is now a good short. Ideally, we would completely close the gap at 310 first. So you can see here in the next graphic when I do it bigger. This is a chart from December 2016 until March, sorry, until June, or until April of, until now, okay? Until now. And you see here that the stock mainly holded its, it's pretty much movement into this yellow gap line, okay? So pretty much very, very steadily in until December, and then broke out towards the negative little bit, and then we had an upturn, and then obviously we went down again in March, where we had the huge crisis, and then since then back up, and then now we are hitting about the upper level of the yellow channel, and this is actually the below the PE. The green line is the PE levels of Apple. Apple was usually always a company that had a pretty accept. You still hear me, right? Guys, can you hear me? Because it seems my camera battery just died. But I guess we still can continue if you can hear me. So let me know in the comments if you can hear me, guys. Okay, so let me still continue while I'm charging my camera. So you cannot see me right now, so I still will continue with the graphics and everything. So I think that will be quite fun. So as you can see here, so he is pointing out that Apple is in this overall channel technically wise, and this guy's having serious equipment, to analyze the market with huge computing power. They have algorithms and have so much research power, and therefore it's, for me, it's a very small trade, but still, I want to try it out, because if you're looking into the market, guys, the market is quite expensive, right? We had this topic yesterday, and I think that overall it's if you think about it, guys, if you think about it, I'm shorting now a pretty big stock that has a very, very high PE ratio, or compared to the history, a very high PE ratio. The stock price is very high. The technical analysis of a very big guy is showing me that, it's time for a short, and he's not recommending this, just for fun. This is his reputation as well, right? So he would not put something out there on Twitter where everybody can see it, what would be not an interesting move. So I think, since we had also so many positive days, that we can see negative days maybe in the next couple of days, but as always, we never know. But this kind of arguments, I told myself that you can risk it with a very small amount, and if you are happy, the product is leveraged, and then you can make a quite nice profit out of this trade. Maybe 20-30% would be nice. And if I'm telling you it's a small trade for me, maybe for some people it's a big trade. For some people it might be microscopic trades, but for me it's now about let me just have a look. I think somewhere about close to $2,800 trade. Yeah, so just below $3,000. That's for me rather a smaller trade. For it's still a lot of money. I totally get that, but still, just to give you a perspective when I'm talking about numbers, I think that's quite interesting to know. And also, this is the second thing that I wanted to talk about. So the below line, the green line you see, is the PE ratio, and Apple had always been a company that had an interesting PE ratio. So you had always like, 13, 12, 18, maximum 20, in high times. So the PE ratio was always interesting with Apple, though considering that it is an technology company, right? So advertising, hidden advertising by the Wolf of Dubai. If you haven't seen it, make sure to check it out. Some of you guys have asked for it, and I wanted to make it because I just wanted to put all my thoughts about this company into one single vlog, and I just released it, and I think it's a nice piece to understand, why I think this is a quite interesting company. Two of my very, very liked persons of the overall market, Richard Branson for sure, legendary entrepreneur, very, very successful, great guy in marketing, guys. What this guy did in marketing, someone else need to copy first, I mean, such a beauty. Then Shamas is one of the smartest guys on Wall Street, in my personal opinion. And both together, and the idea and the execution and the money behind it. There was one time that, Abu Dhabi, the capital of the United Arab Emirates, had a 33% stake in this company. So big money behind it as well. And therefore, I think, this company can easily, even when they not succeed and become, I don't know, $200 billion company, still, they are now a $4 billion company. I think at least they can 10 times their value, especially now in this market where money is super cheap. I think that's quite interesting. Then there is another reason why I started this small short. There's Northman Trader, also interesting guy, very advanced in the technical analysis. He actually showed us this one. This is the line that you see there. The big line is the 200 EMA, the exponential moving average. And as you can see, the S&P 500 always had problems to go against that. So maybe this is a sign that from here the stock can go forward, or the index can go further down, and the stocks can have a couple of negative days. So this all gave me a little bit of sentiment to make this trade. So quite interesting to execute that. But let's have a look into the comment section, because I have seen there's already much discussion. So we have our member Mario from London. Welcome back. Let me see. So you can hear me, that's great. We have Finland here as well. Then Apple has a lot of cash to burn. That's true. That's absolutely true. Again, guys, I'm not shorting this company because I'm out of my mind. I'm just shorting this company because I think that the current scenario, short term, guys, okay, I still think long term this company is an interesting company for myself, and not for myself. The company interests me, okay? And I still believe that company has a bright future, but for me, it's just a short term, just, a couple days in and out, maybe, hopefully for a small profit. You always have this gambler guy in you, where you are, want to basically, sometimes you have like itchy fingers and want to have this little bit of trade. So, with a small trade like this, you can basically, I basically love to make this small trades in between. All right, what else we have here? So Raphael is saying the Apple is not innovating. I'm actually quite you are right from the hardware standpoint, I believe, but from the software standpoint, we have a really big service company coming out of that. So make sure to look for that, and the numbers in the service section of Apple are crazy, guys. Branson is asking UK to bail all his projects. Yeah, I think that obviously, a lot of his projects are also in the travel industry, and I think that it's basically interesting to see that if UK will bail out some of his companies. So, and then we have JKN. He's saying, I would not invest to Virgin Galactic. They cannot compete with SpaceX. And I absolutely agree, guys. I think SpaceX is the better space company. But think about it. It's a totally different company, guys, okay? Virgin Galactic is concentrating on the transport of people from A to B, but in the long term. But in the short term, then they are showing us the space tourism, and there's no other company that doing this, okay? So they are like having like a monopoly on this, and as soon the day SpaceX will announce a program like that, which costs a lot of money, guys. Don't forget that. It's not only that you make rockets and then from one day to another you just offer tourism as well. It's really interesting that this company is concentrated on the tourism side of space. Okay, great. Then. Thank you very much for watching. Sorry to not show my face again, but my camera didn't want to make this live stream today. There's a couple of videos to check out today, obviously, and I am very highly appreciating for all your views. And if you liked it, make sure to thumb up this live stream. This helps the channel and the overall situation, and to bring this community in front of more investors. So thank you very much. And I see you latest in a couple of hours when there will be something very interesting to the market. You will hear it here first.